Toyota RAV4 stands for Recreational Active Vehicle with four-wheel drive, and with its new design it created the compact sport utility vehicle segment, filling the gap that existed between the traditional off-roaders and regular passenger vehicles. Its construction was unique, with the height, ground clearance and look of a traditional four-wheel drive vehicle, but with the car-like body shell instead of a separate body on frame chassis. This model already existed, just like an idea that was waiting for its time in Toyota's development team briefings back in 1986, and the first physical appearance arrived in 1989 when Toyota RAV4 concept was displayed at the Tokyo Motor Show. This concept was refined and slightly changed for the 1993 Auto Show, with a look appearing much closer to a production car that would be introduced in 1994. In creating RAV4, Toyota used a number of already existing and tested components from existing models. The platform was donated by Toyota Corolla, the engine came from Camry, and the suspension and transmission were borrowed from Toyota Celica GT. And the final result was a perfect combination that many other car makers later copied in the development of their own car-based SUVs. The first generation RAV4 that was in production from 1994 through 2003 was launched into the Japanese market in 1994 as a two-door, four-seater model with 2-liter four-cylinder engine that produced 119 horsepower that gave car almost hot hatchback levels of performance, offering permanent four-wheel drive system running through either a 5-speed manual or 4-speed automatic transmission. Also, locking differential was an option for that occasional, more of a serious off-roading. The car was an instant success, critically and commercially, and an estimated production numbers were doubled. Its compact size, easy car-like handling, surprising off-road capabilities and the high equipment levels covered every customer need. But there were still two areas that were not clear: rear passenger space and the luggage space. And Toyota launched an additional four-door model in 1995, which turned this version of RAV4 into a full 5-seater RAV4 that was finally made available in the US in 1996. The same year, entry-level model was introduced, offering front-wheel drive only. 1997 was marked by the launch of an electric RAV4 EV. Its sophisticated nickel-metal hybrid batteries gave the car a range of 120 miles after a 5-hour charge. At the same time, RAV4 was named the 1997 Automobile of the Year by Automobile magazine. A midlife facelift was done for the 1998 model year, introducing more equipment, improved safety, more refinement and slight engine power increase to 127 horsepower. Crystal-style headlights and rear lenses gave RAV4 a much fresher looking face. For those outdoorsy people, in 1998 Cabrio model rolled out a rear convertible roof, actually won just a few admirers, and it was quietly deleted from the lineup in 2000. But nowadays this model is very desired among true Toyota fans. It is super rare, and a good one is very hard to find. By the time the all-new second generation model was launched in 2001, the RAV4 was joined by a number of other car-based SUV competitors, including Honda CR-V, Subaru Forester, Suzuki Grand Vitara and Land Rover Freelander. But the new RAV4 was longer, wider, stronger, roomier than ever before. Every dimension increased, and by improving the stamping and welding process, the body shell was not any heavier. This time car contained far less shared components, about 70% was now unique to the RAV4. Two and four-door models were produced, but the US market only received the four-door. They both had the distinctive side-opening tailgate. The transmission options were once again either a 5-speed manual or 4-speed automatic. This time the four-wheel drive setup was borrowed from Lexus RX 300, and the entry-level 1.8-liter front-wheel drive model was also available in some markets. The old engine was replaced with a new generation 2-liter alloy engine with the famous Toyota's variable valve timing VVT that produced 148 horsepower. Efficiency and versatility were the main accents of the new interior too. Both 2 and 4-door models received the rear seat that could be split and folded and even removed to free more luggage space. The second generation RAV4 was a success in Australia as well, winning the best-selling SUV in 2001, overtaking the Honda CR-V for the first time. The only notable change for 2004 model year was the facelift, and in some markets was the gasoline engine upgrade to a torquier 160 horsepower 2.4-liter engine. That apparently ongoing 2-liter engine was not enough and felt a bit slow when paired with the new automatic transmission. The new engine actually brought the RAV4 back in line with competitors like Nissan X-Trail. The third generation RAV4 from 2005 showed that the model now had grown, and the two-door version was briefly sold in Japan only, while the big-selling four-door was produced in either a short or long wheelbase format in some markets. Overall size had once again increased, was also matched by increases in equipment. The car's all-new body shell was 76% stiffer than the ongoing version, bringing with it improvements in safety, durability, noise and vibration levels. The ground clearance increased and the steering was electrically assisted. It was for the first time for any four-wheel drive Toyota. And aside from losing the rear-mounted spare wheel in some markets, the biggest change from old RAV4s was replacing of the model's full-time all-wheel drive with the part-time system. And many markets also offered the strict two-wheel drive version. Also the combined with traction and stability control. There was a manual all-wheel drive button that could be engaged at speeds under 25 miles an hour, and the engine range was now the widest it had ever been in the model's history, up to 8 different gasoline or diesel engines available from 2-liter 4-cylinder to 3.5 6-cylinder. It was a similar story with transmission options, now available with 5, 6 speed manuals, and the new 4, 5 and 6 speed automatic continuously variable. The second generation electric vehicle, engineered as a combined effort between Tesla and Toyota, was also available. The car was released for leasing in 2012. Its 154 horsepower motor was powered by a lithium-ion battery pack and set to offer a range of up to 113 miles in extended charge mode. The fourth generation RAV4 was displayed for the first time at the Los Angeles Auto Show in 2012. So well received was the new car that sales were 10 times higher than when the model was first launched in 1994. And later, in 2016, a hybrid model was introduced, and as of June 2018, more than 8.5 million RAV4 models had been sold worldwide, and an impressive 90% of them are still on the road today. And the fifth generation RAV4 debuted at the 2018 New York Auto Show, and at this point RAV4 is the Toyota's best-selling vehicle in the United States. Toyota sold over 400,000 copies in 2018, ahead of its next best-selling Toyota Camry at over 300,000 units. It's based on the front-wheel drive platform, which is also shared with 8th generation Camry, 4th generation Avalon, and the 7th generation Lexus ES. Both 4-cylinder gasoline powered and gasoline electric hybrids energy drive variants would remain available as well. RAV4 was born in the era that was dominated by minivans and sedans, and experienced a long and twisty road to get this title of Toyota's one of the best-selling vehicles and one of the most influential crossovers in history. That's all I have for you today about this Toyota RAV4. I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out my channel for my other videos, but for now, thanks for watching and see you on the next one.